They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And going. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Returning it, Justice Hill. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down
from the 37. They work on 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. to 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
6-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mahomes throwing complete there to Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And goal at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. He only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history, and I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
Steps away to his left. He can. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The dangerous Hill now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Number 10,
Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tano Passanio just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson flush to his right. He'll run it, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helped.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
By the Chiefs.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Ron Thornhill, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
line. The
The
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out. Just
through an opening, and there he goes.
Here we go.
And
Here we
all
go.
the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
For the extra point.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Returning it, Hill. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
To Mark Ingram. Juan Thornhill on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Jackson forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Another Baltimore Raven.
They'll run here with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Jackson being chased, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It's now 4th and goal.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
The extra point.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Mecole Hardman. Oh, dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they've got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Yes, 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Robinson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Kansas City.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Mahomes will try again on second down, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete.
Travis Kelce, 28 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Check. 53. Check. Here we go. D, get off the field. 53. Get out.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Ravens 29. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down, Chiefs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He is going to find Hill here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back.
It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
31. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man is Hill. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for two. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Now loose football. The ball comes out. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas
Tyreek
City.
Hill, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
His kick
And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Chiefs 55, Ravens 37.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 55 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Conversion.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. 48 the mic. 15. Check 48 the mic. Check 48 the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you're going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
kick it and kick it and go. We just step on, spin move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me bow. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, why for the sack,